Skibbity bop.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Sports Card Everyman. Now, today I got a 48 card submission, Ultra Modern, back from PSA, and I am pretty stoked on it. Now, this is definitely my biggest submission to date as far as the number of cards, and there are some pretty high dollar ones in here. Now, of the 48, I'm keeping about 15 for PC / long-term holds. So we'll go through the ones that I'm going to sell right away first, and then I'll show you the ones I'm keeping at the end. So let's just jump right in here. Let's start with basketball. So this first one, so I have about 3 or 4 in this one that were kind of like flyers, right? Like guys that I hoped would pop. Obviously, Jaren Jackson did not, but thankfully I got that gem in 10 on this one. Just a base optic. But really the only way I could eke out a little bit of profit on this was to get a 10. And I did. Oh, great. This next one, kind of in the same boat, right? Marvin Bagley. You know, he was pretty hyped up. And I don't think he's going to get there. I think De'Aaron Fox is the guy over in Sacramento. And then I do like Halliburton as well. I, thankfully, again, got the 10, so I can sell that guy and break even / eke out a little profit. Okay, so the next guy, he's kind of in the same class. He's a little bit slightly higher than that, though. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, optic base. It got a 9. I knew it would, because top to bottom, I knew it was pretty bad. Thankfully, you know, he's someone that I think he's the focal point of his team, the Thunder, until Pokusevski, or however you say his name, rises up. But he's someone, you know, I'll probably flip this right away just because it's a 9. You know, I'm trying to get out of keeping 9, like base 9s, just because, you know, I don't know how much value that's going to hold, you know, as in the long term. Now, this is a pretty cool card. So this is the studio base of Trey. Now, obviously, Trey had a monster postseason, so I'll go ahead and sell this. I'll probably go ahead and aim once I sell this, and then I have another Trey, and actually one more, like maybe 3 submissions down the line. And I'll try to get an Optic Refractor 10, I'm pretty sure. Optic's my favorite brand, so that's kind of my go-to here. But this is a sweet card. I mean, look at the shine on it. It's pretty fun, and I have several others of these, of the Chronicle Studio too, so... All right, and then another Trey. This one's Luminance base 9. I'm actually not sure what was wrong with this and that other one. I thought they both could have gemmed. I'm actually a huge fan of the Luminance. Not as an investment, but really rather as a, you know, just a great, cool looking card to own. So I'll go ahead and sell both those. I'm sad this one got a 9. I thought it would for sure gem, but I'm eyeing doing the exact same thing. I'll probably sell these and then buy an Optic Refractor of MPJ. And then I do have several raw Prism rookies of him as well that I think will gem. So, you know, I got a decent bit in MPJ because remember where I live. Again, that studio, I really like it. It's got a great shine. This one gemmed, though, thankfully. So hopefully this one fetches a little bit more than the last couple. The man. If you're watching this, you know, when I released it, he just signed a massive deal. I think it was 5-year, 5-year, 207 max super rookie deal or whatever it is, and we knew he would. So he is a life-altering player. That 8, by the way, yeah, I don't know why it got an 8. No idea, but it's still, I mean, this still sells for like $100, which is kind of surprising. I mean, Luka's I get it, he's a monster, but I just still kind of surprised about that. This is this is actually way cooler than the base Zion, just because of the picture. I'm sad I got a 9. I thought I could have gemmed. This thing looks pretty dang good. I don't know, they always find random stuff, you know, but love Zion. I think especially once he gets out of New Orleans, which is just apparently a terrible place to play. And then a base Optic. I'm going to go ahead and sell this guy probably closer to the season, just because I did buy that blue Velocity PSA 10 of this card. So I think I'm set in the Optic department, so I'll just go ahead and sell that. Couple of Jaws, a 9 and a 10. If you watched my card show video where I did like my 2, or actually I guess 3 really massive trades, you would have saw that I have the Fanatics refractor of Jaw in the Optic. So again, I'll go ahead and sell these probably closer to season start, because I feel pretty good about my Jaw. And then the other Jaw that I'm going to get, I think it's a couple submissions down the line, is I'm going to get like a pink Luminance The Dunk card. I really like that card, and that's picture-wise, it's probably his iconic one. Donovan Mitchell, red, yellow. I'm sad this one got a 9. Again, I thought this one would gem. I have actually 2 more of these at PSA down the line, so I'm pretty confident at least one will gem, and I will keep that one. So for this guy, you know, I'm going to go ahead and just sell him closer to the season. I think he's a dominant player. All right, let's get into the Kyler Murrays here. Again, this one, I thought it would gem. This is the Luminance, and I think the Luminance for 19 football were all refractors in this thing. I'm so sad it got a 9. It has such an incredible shine. Like, this thing is so pretty. It's a shame, but, you know, it's still a great card. I mean, seriously, like, you can look at it. I mean, it's a pretty wonderful card. So if you guys want any of these, you know, just, you know, leave a comment, drop me a note, or follow me on Instagram and shoot me a PM, and yeah, we can work something out off eBay, right? Save on those fees. This card is sweet. I remember I bought it for $5, plain white envelope through Facebook. Some guy just had it up, and I snagged it, and it looked really nice, so I thought I could gem. The studio cards are also really nice looking cards. I mean, look at this picture. I mean, I don't really want to get rid of it, but I'll tell you guys my Kyler strategy. I'm pretty high on Kyler. This is my last Kyler of this sub, and I think I'm keeping him. This one. Now, what I'm gonna do, because this is a premier level, so it's even though I like the concourse picture more, this one's technically more valuable. This right here is probably a $400 card. But as you guys know, Optic is my brand. So the game plan: keep the select, sell these 2, and sell this. And what I'm going to do is the sale of these 3 should, in theory, get me to be able to upgrade to a 10. And I would be a really happy camper at that, because I would have these 3 plus the select 10 premier level. So that's kind of where I'm at with Kyler right now. I try to keep all my inventory pretty low of everyone. I say that as I am about to unload on Lamar Jackson. I think there's 4 Lamars in this batch, and then I should get this back soon, so there will be another video. I have 3 low-end Lamars at SGC right now that I got for $1 each. So, and that was also in my card show video, so you guys can take a look at that. Here's the first one. I knew this would get a 9, so I'm actually thrilled with the grade. I think there was some whitening on the corners, which is a pretty common issue with the press proofs. The press proofs, you know, because of the border, they really have a lot of whitening a lot of the time. This is still a cool card, $100, $125 or something. So it's pretty nice, but because I have that Optic bronze, again, you know, let's reference back to that card show video, I'm pretty set with where I'm at with Lamar, except I will tell you, I have 2 of them that I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, classic score, gem in 10. I'll go ahead and sell that. I'm kind of waiting to sell Lamar, though. I thought he was close to getting that extension done. And obviously when the extension happens, these things are going to go up. So I don't know. We'll see. And then this was back when second year cards like Mahomes and stuff were going wild, and I think they've calmed down immensely. I mean, thankfully I got a 10, right? So, you know, I'll make a little bit off of it, but not too much. I have no interest in that. That doesn't do anything for me. I don't know what happened here, guys. This was a good looking card. So they must have saw a print line or something, to be honest with you. Because it's not off center. I don't get it. And I think this is just concourse. Yeah, it's just concourse. It says it right there. Sorry, I couldn't see through the camera. But it also says prism right there. And I think they were screwing that up a lot, because I have a Kamara base that isn't a silver, and it said prism on it. So Select was just being weird. I'll sell Deshaun. You know, I have a couple others in PSA. McCaffrey 9. Wish this one gemmed. I would have kept it. Oh well. I have a numbered McCaffrey. See, there it goes again. It says prism right there. It's not a prism. I have a numbered classics McCaffrey that I think will gem. It's numbered to the 99 or something. You'll see it in a future PSA submission. So I'm hoping that that'll be my PC one. This guy's for sale. It goes in the 150 to 200 range. I'll probably wait till kickoff when he sees a little bit of a spike. But, you know, just a classic score. Great card for a PC of the most talented quarterback I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what to do with this. I want a Soto 10. I had two of them, and I sold them way too soon. So I'm kind of kicking myself, but I want to buy one back. Probably just a paper tops, though. I'll buy a 10 paper tops. The chrome, the pop on those is ludicrous. It's so high that I don't really want anything to do with that card. But I'll take the paper. The paper's significantly less and more palatable. All right, this guy's great. He's just hurt. He hadn't played all year. So his prices are like dirt cheap. So if you want Kyle Lewis, buy it now. I don't think I'm going to sell this yet because it just won't get anywhere near. He won Rookie of the Year last year. And I don't know, you know, why this is so low. So I'm just going to wait. People forget. And same thing with this guy, right? Like, he's hurt too. But he was starting off the year really well. He wasn't hitting dingers, but he was hitting like 310 or something, and then he got hurt. And so once he comes back and people remember him, I'll probably throw this guy back up. Same with the Luis Robert. The Chrome 10s, the pop count on those are absolutely ludicrous. I thought this one would gem. Pretty bummed about it. So Tatis is my absolute favorite baseball player. But I got to get some 10s. So again, the goal, and I have two other Tatises that I'm going to talk about here. So, got a 9 on the Chrome. Flagship rookie tops. Funny enough, so I listed a handful of these today, and this one already sold. So, sold for $100 on Facebook, so I clear 95% of that, which is pretty sweet. So, that one's accounted for. And then an Optic 9 of Mr. Tatis. So, again, I think the plan here, I'm going to sell these 3 and then buy a 10 paper tops, likely in the off season, so that it dips down a little bit. He's going through some injuries, though, so maybe it already did dip. Another Soto. Donruss rated rookie 9. I think it's weird. It came out of a Chronicles box, I guess, but they sell Donruss baseball now, so I don't know. Must have been 1 year too soon, I guess. Bichette tops 9. This kid he's so good. He has a phenomenal swing. He hits dingers. He can hit for contact. Hits 300. He's an awesome. And the Blue Jays are something to watch. Gavin Lux, again, this kid's he's kind of got the Dodgers syndrome right now, where he's buried in this incredible lineup, but he's actually pretty damn good. So I'm going to try to get a 10 refractor chrome of him because I do like him. This one I knew would get an 8. This one, some kid, I bought it off a guy for like $5, and he said it was in pretty rough shape. So I took it, and I actually thought he'd get a 7. So pretty dang okay with the 8 that it got. And I have 2, not the complete sets. I have the 2 250 at PSA. So I'm hoping 1 gems so that I can keep it. All right, guys, those are the ones that I'm going to sell, right now / in the next 2 months or so. Here are the ones that I'm holding / doing a, PC thing. So we'll see. Baker 10. Now here's the thing. I've had so many Baker 10s in my day. I feel like I had a ton, and I flipped them high last year. But now I'm sad because I do love Baker. Clearly. Baker's awesome. I love Baker Mayfield. And especially with how well he played down the stretch last year. So basically this is my hedge, right? In case he pops off, is a Hall of Famer. So I'm just going to keep this guy, this base Select here. Select has a significantly lower pop than Prism, at least pre 2020. I think they printed a crap ton of 2020. So I'm not super duper high on 2020 Select, but pre-Select I'm fine with, or pre-2020 Select I'm fine with. Here are the 2 Lamars that I was talking about potentially keeping. I think these are the coolest looking cards. I know they're both college uni, which I try not to do. They both gemmed, and I like the dynamic one actually, especially, but the pop on these is super low. It's like 40 each, but I just think they're great cards. It's a really cool set. So I'm kind of thinking about what I'm going to do with those 2. A Luka Luminance 10. Really pumped about that. This card doesn't go for that much. Only like $300 or something. So I'm probably going to keep this, but if I can get a decent price, then I'll go ahead and buy like a base 10 optic or something. I have a 9 optic shock Luka, which I really like, but I do want a 10. This brand isn't super duper desirable. It's more for like, PC and stuff. But that's fine. Like I still love this card, and I was pretty pumped it got a 10. Tatum, I have a red yellow of him at PSA, but I'm pretty sure it'll get a 9. So I'm probably going to keep this guy and then maybe eventually trade up and get a refractor. But I really like Jason Tatum. He's in a great market on a really good team, and he can turn it on and take over a game. I think in the playoffs he scored, maybe it wasn't the playoffs. He was scoring like 50 for a while, like several games in a row towards the end of the season. I mentioned him earlier in the video. This is De'Aaron Fox of the Kings. He's a beast. I think he also put up 50 at some point this year. I have an optic shock of him. I think I have a Prism ungraded that I'm going to send in. But De'Aaron Fox is awesome. I'll probably hang on to this until I get something better. Same thing here. I got a Bam red yellow 10. I'll hang on to this until I get something better. Bam's a good player. The Heat are good. He's a great center. He's like a 2-time All-Star now, I think. Bam's solid. All right. I'm actually shocked this one gemmed because I'm pretty sure the top bottom on it wasn't super good. But I just don't want to sell this guy too soon. Like, I think I'd rather hold. I have plenty of inventory to sell right now. I think I'm just going to hold this because I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. He had a terrible crap year last year. So I want to, I don't want to sell low. I want to see what else we got going. I thought this one would get a 9. It did not. It got a 10 for, I don't know why, but it did. I actually love Judge. I think he's awesome. So I'm going to keep this one until I get something better again, probably maybe a refractor. I love the sepia refractors for baseball. So maybe I'll trade up and get one of them. Same thing here. Okay, so this guy's enraging. His resume is phenomenal. Rookie of the Year, 50 home runs, NL MVP, World Series champ. He is the streakiest player I've ever seen. Like, I want a lot. So I'm just going to keep this. He has a Hall of Fame start to his resume, but if he doesn't keep it up, he's going to get forgotten about. So we'll see what happens. So again, I talked about Kyle. This is a Chrome 10. I have a feeling the pop count on these are going to be really high just because all Topps Chrome baseball is. I may package this with the paper and then just buy a refractor and call it good. So we shall see. So I'm a monster Pete Alonso fan. I also have this ungraded, a sepia, or sepia, or however you say it. And I'm probably... The paper I feel better about. Again, the pop count's significantly lower, but I do want a chrome refractor of him. So I'm unsure how I'm going to get it, but I really like Pete Alonso. Like, everyone was super low on him early in the year, and then he won the Derby, and they remembered him. Luis Robert, again, this is a Topps 10. I'll probably keep this. I have a sepia refractor at PSA that I pulled myself, and it's pretty flawless. I'm pretty dang sure it's going to get a 10, so I'll probably keep that in this, and then that'll be my Robert collection, if you will. I'm big on Jordan. He's a beast. Yeah, he's a beast. So, but again, I would like a refractor of him. So we'll see. Again, unsure how I'm going to make that happen. And then the Bo Chrome 10, but I do want a refractor. So we'll see. We'll see how I'll make that happen. I'll obviously keep you guys in the loop of all my swaps. I think my favorite thing to do is to take cards that I have and package them together and then upgrade to a nicer card that I can keep for a longer time. Okay, the biggest card in the entire submission. It goes for about $800 to $900. The man, the myth. Blue press proof, and it only got a 9. And here's the thing: I bought it raw for like $100 about a year ago, and I looked at it. I knew the ceiling was a 9, but obviously you're in the money quite a bit on a 9. I'm gonna keep this one, at least. What's the phrase, right? Until I get something better. And what I'm going to do is sell the base Donruss right now. This one fetches about 5. Again, this one fetches about 8 to 9. The fact that you can sell these low-end of cards for that much money is staggering to me. But I'll keep this one because this is cool. It is a parallel. I do want an optic, though, right? I'm sure you guys could have guessed that. I love this card. He's a phenomenal player, so obviously I'm going to keep building my Mahomes collection. But, yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining me on this episode of Sports Card Everyman. I have a ton of stuff in the works. I have an HGA submission. I got an SGC submission. I got about 6, 7, 8. I got 4 more PSA submissions at PSA, and then I have a ton of cards in the queue. These are all the cards in the queue waiting to be graded. So awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop some comments. Let's talk strategy. You know what I mean? Like, what would you guys do? What would you buy? What would you sell? Let's talk about it. So awesome. Have a great one, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Skibbity bop.